my loves, welcome to my channel Sun of Stars. Welcome to today's reading. So you guys have voted for how can you reach your next big goal. Okay, so this is what we're going to look at today. Hello Raven, he also wants to speak. Yeah, so we're going to look at what you can do in order for you to reach your next big goal. I'm trying to keep it as general as possible since all of you have like different goals. So just apply what I say to your situation and change it up, okay? So that it applies to your individual situation. I don't even want to talk too much today. It's not going to be a long intro because I'm super excited about this reading. I find myself that I really like those pick a card readings that help me to get to my next big goal, specifically for those who are very career driven and you're like, I'm done, I want to make my dreams come true, I'm ready to manifest my goals, I'm ready to live my dream life. This is the reading for you, most definitely. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with it, if you want to see more of those. And I would say in the next clip you can choose between 4 beautiful images. If you feel like your gut is telling you maybe I shouldn't choose between images but between numbers, which is what I usually do, go for it. Just close your eyes, you know, picture the numbers in front of your eyes and which number is calling to you, which number seems to draw your attention or seems to draw you in. Okay, so go with your gut feeling, go with your intuition. Also, when you pick your pile, think of your goal for a few seconds. Think of why you want to achieve this goal and how you would feel if you would achieve this goal, okay? And then you can choose a pile and I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Hello my beautiful pile number 1. So you chose this beautiful image here. Let's see, how can you reach your next big goal? How can you manifest this dream of yours? So the first card that came out for you guys is the resilience card, okay? And it says, there's no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. So I almost want to say that the universe or your spirit guides want to let you know that you got this. I strongly feel an energy where spirit is saying you got this. Everything is according to plan. And it almost feels like you don't need to worry about whether or not you will reach this goal. It is just a matter of time, a matter of patience, and a matter of determination. So it's not about whether or not if you will achieve this goal. It's just a matter of when will it happen. and that you keep your patience and your determination in the situation, okay? So I strongly want to let you know you are achieving this goal. You are achieving this next big goal that you have. You don't have to worry about it. Asking yourself, like, will I achieve it or not? This is not the question. The question here is, when will you achieve it? When will it come into your life, okay? And again, to keep your patience and keep your determination. It's almost like keep your eye on the prize. And again, don't think about whether or not you will. It's just a matter of time when it will come to you, okay? When the stars are aligning. Now, another card that we have here is the breathe card, which I feel like we should do that. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, pie number one. And out. So the card says the calmer you are, the more time slows down and the easier it is to get everything done. So the interesting thing with you guys here is I don't really feel like you need this reading. I don't even feel like you really need much guidance, because you are somebody I just feel like you have a very strong spirit. There is something about you that is very, very strong, very resilient. You already have a lot of determination, okay? You have your eye on the prize. But Spirit wants to kind of like highlight that you got this. Now, when it comes to how you can achieve your next big goal, how can you get there, it definitely talks about staying as calm as possible. I heard something on YouTube. I don't even know where I heard it or in which video it was, but somebody said calmness over chaos. And I was like, damn, that really hits me hard, you know, because sometimes when we want to achieve things, we think we achieve things faster if we are in a rush. But I'm sure you know what I mean when I say that. But you know, when you, for example, you want to do something and you do it in a rush, and then things are falling down and you spill the tea, you spill the milk or whatever, or when you are rushing out of the house, you forget something, or when you are rushing somewhere, something is dropping while you are, you know, like running to the bus. You know, the vibe that I'm feeling here is when you rush, the outcome will also be like very scattered, okay? So this is more an energy of keeping your composure, keeping calm in every situation. It doesn't matter what situation it is. Your calmness is a superpower in this moment, okay? So it's almost like calmness will be your superpower in any situation, okay? So that means when you do things in a calm manner, you would see, oh, the tea is about to spill, right? Or you would see, oh, I almost forgot something at home that I actually wanted to take with me because you took 2 minutes longer, you didn't rush. So what Spirit is saying here is, first of all, I'm gonna say it until it is in your brain, okay? You got this. It is not a question of will you achieve it or will you not. It's a question of when it will come to you, okay? Because the universe is emphasizing on the word patience, meaning wait, it is coming to you. All you have to do is be patient in this very moment. It is coming to you. It's not a question of if you will achieve it or not. It's a question of patience and determination, okay? I want to highlight that so that this is in your mind as you walk away from this reading, okay? So it says everything is getting done easier when you do it with a calm mind, with a calm manner, okay? So there might be an energy where breath work is going to be super duper beneficial for you, specifically when you find yourself feeling stressed, anxious, or almost like lacking self-confidence. In those moments, it would be highly beneficial for you to catch your breath, like literally catch your breath and calm down. Even if it's just 5 minutes of meditation, you will see things clearer or more clear than if you do things in a rush. Or every time you find yourself stressing about something, all you need to do is 5 minutes of meditation, calming down, catching your breath, okay? And you will understand the situation better, or you will understand what you are supposed to do in this very moment, okay? So again, calmness is your superpower, and it's not a matter of when, it's not a matter of if you will achieve this goal, it's a matter of when it will happen, okay? Now we also have here the card happiness, and it says your thinking will either make or take your happiness. you choose. Okay, now I want to dive a little bit deeper into that card, because with the Emperor energy, I feel like what you would benefit from with your question, with the situation, your next big goal, is about highlighting your chocolate side. Okay, we're gonna dive a little bit deeper here. What do I mean by highlighting your chocolate side? We are very, very fast to point out what we are not good at, which is totally fine, because like the yin and yang, you know, like yin and yang, or is it yang and yin, whatever, you know what I mean. Like I want you to picture the symbol yin and yang. Okay, the symbol yin and yang is about how everything has a flip side. Okay, although we suck at certain things, we're not good at certain things. Okay, that does not mean that we should not pay attention to what we are good at. I specifically want to talk about, I was thinking when I was like shuffling your cards, the example in my mind came where rappers, for example, talk about how good they are and how much money they can make and stuff like that. And it comes from a very egotistical place. But the concept of celebrating yourself is something very, very beautiful. Okay, so what I mean by that is if a rapper or if somebody is like talking highly of themselves, they're actually manifesting. Okay, they're actually becoming the best version of themselves by speaking their best version into existence. Now, when it comes to rap, most of the time it comes from an egotistical place. But when it comes from a healthy place, it's something very, very beautiful. And Spirit also wants you to kind of like celebrate yourself in a sense where you are very aware of what you are good at. Okay, you are very aware of what you are good at. You look at your chocolate side. Okay, so that means, again, we are very, very fast to say, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. But it should also be just as natural to talk about what we are good at, or to become highly aware of what we are good at, right? Because if we are aware of what we are good at, we can use it to our advantage. Okay, it brings us further in life. The interesting thing is, I feel like in today's society, it's all about being humble. And being humble, just like yin and yang, just like a balance, you know, like a scale. If somebody's always humble and never talks about how great they are or how great they did, or not acknowledging their talent, not acknowledging that they were gifted with something by God, then the scale is tipping, right? Just as if somebody's bragging too much about how good they are and they're perfect and they have no flaws, the tail is also skipping. So when we always feel like, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, and we associate that energy to being humble, that is actually not the truth. Because the truth would be, I acknowledge the good side and I acknowledge the bad side, just like in yin and yang. If we only acknowledge what we are not good at and we associate it to being humble, it is not complete. Okay, the picture is not complete if you are not also very much aware of what you are good at. Okay, so Spirit wants you to show your chocolate side in the situation, no matter what you're asking about. If you're asking about getting an apartment, okay, for example, getting an apartment, if you know that you are good at, you know, if you are good at making a conversation very interesting, maybe that would be the reason why the owner would choose you, right? Or maybe from your chocolate side would also be something, for example, you talk a little bit about yourself and then you and the owner will realize, oh, we have, you know, our dog has the same name, or we are from the same country, and they will favor you. Okay, and when I talk about what you are good at, I'm not only talking about, oh, I'm good at marketing, or I'm good at creating an Excel sheet. Okay, this could be as small as I'm good at talking to strangers, or I'm good at understanding people, I'm good at understanding another person, I'm good at reading other people's feelings. Because, for example, okay, so look at everything that you feel like you are good at, or you have a natural talent about it. Okay, or you feel like there's a natural talent, or people actually told you, hey, you're really good at that. Okay, because that can actually help you to get to your goal. May it be using it for financial gain, or may it be using it for connections, right? That would help you further down the line. May it be a job interview. Okay, So I'm going to give you two examples. One example that I had in mind was, for example, you understand people. You have a very, very big heart and you feel connected to a lot of people. You understand what people go through and you have a very empathic vibe to you. You understand people without even them talking, okay? And it's not like a, the interesting thing is it's not a talent that you put on your CV. I'm good at understanding people or I am empathic, okay? But Spirit wants you to be aware of all of your talents, not only things that you put on your CV, but just in general, also when it comes to how your social capacity, I don't even know if that's a word, to be honest, how you deal with people or how you deal with life. It's about everything, okay? You might have a green thumb, you might be good at growing plants, okay? And it might be linked to the answer to your question. Now let me get back. So you're good at understanding people. If you are good at understanding people, you might also be good at understanding what people need, okay, when we look at economics and marketing. If you understand what people need, you might also innovate something that people will need in the future, or you understand demand and supply. If you understand, okay, I really feel like a lot of people are struggling with that, maybe you would come up with an idea, with a business idea that would bring you financial stability, but it came from a place of understanding, hey, I'm good at understanding people. And that led you to, maybe there is a demand of my service, of this product, right? Demand and supply. Another thing that I also want to highlight is, for example, I actually forgot the other example, to be honest. I hope you get my point here. Okay, so it's almost like be very much aware of your chocolate side, because again, the scale has to be even, okay? Being aware of what you are not good at is beautiful, because then you can, change it, you can see what your weakness is, you can see what you can work on, but it is just as important, and it has nothing to do with being cocky, it has something to do with understanding who you are, okay? So if you understand I'm good at that, and again, it can be as small as being good at cooking. Why don't you post recipes? You don't know what will grow out of that, right? Or again, I'm very empathic. Maybe I can innovate something. Or if I have a conversation with the owner, maybe there will come something up, okay? Maybe my charm or maybe my persona will help me to get this apartment, okay? So whatever it is, pay attention to your chocolate side, okay? It's almost like celebrating what you are good at, okay, because that will bring you to your next big goal. And I don't know why I had this thing in my mind, but again, it's almost like rappers who really, really talk highly of themselves and stuff like that. But again, it comes from an egotistical place. So if we look at it from a healthy perspective, from a healthy point of view, it's like, hey, I'm really good at growing plants. So if you want to bring your plants to me on when you go on vacation, if you give me $50, I will pay. I will take care of your plants, okay? Because you are aware that you have a good connection with plants. Do you have a good connection with animals? Do you have a good connection with the universe? This is just realizing who you are and standing firm in who you are, okay? This is what the Emperor does. This is what the Emperor does. Another thing that I'm also seeing here, fine-tuning your communication skills, okay? So for some of you guys, it might be very interesting to look at how you can eloquently articulate yourself. Maybe you want to, broaden your vocabulary, or maybe you want to learn how to speak in front of public people, or like how to overcome stage fright. There might be something linked to speaking up, or speaking your truth, or becoming more confident with your voice and speaking, okay? For others of you, I'm also seeing here you would highly, highly benefit from structuring things. Now, this is very simple, but no matter what your goal is, you might benefit from like a 3 steps plan, okay? Or maybe from coming up with a timetable, maybe coming up with a mind map, okay? Just to gather your thoughts, because sometimes we have a lot of thoughts in our mind and they are excellent, okay? There's a lot of business ideas like flying around in our head that some people realize them and other people don't, right? And sometimes they just float in space. But if we put it on a sheet of paper, like on a mind map, or maybe we do a little presentation for ourselves, what we can do, what we want to maybe like change and twist, and maybe what we want to become more good at, we have an overview, we have a structure, okay? It's almost like coming up with a structure, coming up with a system, being a little bit more organized about the situation, okay? Because, for example, also organizing yourself would take your anxiety away, right? If you are prepared for something, you will have less anxiety. And if you put all of these elements together of being organized or being structured or having an overview of what you are supposed to do next, like a 3-step plan or coming up with a mind map or making a presentation for yourself, this will almost give you the structure that you need, because again, for some of you guys, it also what you are trying to accomplish might have something to do with paperwork, structuring things, organizing things, maybe being in an authoritative position or convincing people in authority of you, whatever it is, okay? Let's get a few more cards here. I could talk on and on and on, which is the reason why I wanted to talk about this card. As you can see, this dark side here, it's so interesting. Look at that, dark and light. This dark side is like, man, I'm not good at this. I suck at that. I'm really not good at this. But what the heck are you good at? Okay? It's not about being cocky. It's about who you are and what you are gifted with, you know, your personality, you know? All right, let's see, guys. What else? What else? What else? I keep hearing like you know, like celebrate your chocolate side. Be aware of what you are good at. Be aware of how you can present yourself from your best side, okay? Hold on, guys. I want to cleanse the energy a little bit here. All right, guys. We're cleansing here. Okay, so for some of you guys, it is really about structure, organization, organizing paperwork, organizing your table. Oh yeah, coming back to presenting yourself from your best side. This is what rappers do in their rap. They present themselves from their best side, okay, which also convinces other people of them, okay? And it's not about faking it till you make it. It's about stepping into, this is who I want to become, or this is what I'm good at, this is what I have been through. For example, for me, I think because I've been through a very wild journey when it comes to mental health, and because I've went through this wild journey with mental health, I could talk about this topic for a very long time, and I probably have good advice, but because I come from a place of like a very bad mental health, I have been looking at mental health for a lot of years, meaning you know, this is just what happened in my life. This has nothing to do with like, you know, being cocky. This is just what you went through in your life. Your experiences, what you've been through, okay? Because everything that we overcome or the challenges that we have usually are about you learning something from that situation, and the lesson that you learn, you can apply that to something else, or you can help other people with that. So in my case, the universe made the decision to teach me about mental health, meaning I went through all these experiences, and then when somebody would ask me, I would maybe have good advice to tell them, okay, this and that helped me when I had mental health problems, you know. But that is becoming very much aware of what you are good at. And again, it's not about the skills that you put on CV. On a CV, it's about the skills and the talents, the experiences that you've been through, okay, that will help you in that situation. Okay, it's celebrating yourself, showing your chocolate side, okay. and believing that you can become better and better and better. Okay, it's also an energy of like maybe practicing whatever it is. It could be practicing talking to strangers. It could be practicing to be a little bit more you know, a little bit more charming. Not charming, what am I looking for? To be a little bit more loose when you have a conversation, not so stiff, but a little bit more loose when you have a conversation with somebody, or just practicing to opening up a little bit more to strangers. Because again, once you open up like, hey, this is my dog and his name is Pepper, the other person will be like, hey, my dog's name is Salt, and then you guys come into a conversation, and all of a sudden they tell you about this apartment that is free, and they can, you know, like say a good word for you or talk highly of you. You don't know what comes out of you. It's almost like when you open up and when you speak up, the right people will hear you, whatever that means to you in your situation. Okay, all right, yeah, there's definitely a strong need here for you guys to declutter. Okay, declutter, become a little bit more organized. Spirit is also saying here, I actually want to, I am not, how do you say that? I'm not sponsored, but I freaking love this website. Okay, it's called Canva, and you can literally create everything there. You can create timetables, you can create a cover for your book, you can create a mind map, you can create a presentation, you can create anything and everything. You can create a CV, recipes, you know, like to make them beautiful. So for some of you guys, Spirit is actually suggesting for you to go on that website and just get a little bit creative, have fun with it, right? Because the happiness card is also putting a big emphasis here on having a little bit more fun here, because I feel like you are very serious about this topic, or you feel like you have to approach this topic very, very seriously, which is true again, but the balance is when the magic happens. A balanced scale is when magic happens, okay? Combining being serious and organizing things and preparing yourself, right? Combining it with being happy, being a little bit more loose, right? Maybe coming in conversation with somebody or with people, okay? Another thing that I also want to tell you guys is, now it went out of my head. I almost want to say, Spirit is saying, write your ideas down as soon as they come, okay? You might get like light bulb moments, but you have to write them down or else they're gone, because I just had something in mind. Oh yeah, I got it now. Since this is a general reading, apply it to you as it resonates, because I'm getting like a lot of energy here. I'm also picking up an energy here of being aware of competition, not in an egotistical way, not in a vindictive way or whatever. It's more so the energy here of who do you look up to, okay? Who do you look up to, and what have these people accomplished, or why do you look up to them, okay? For example, for me, there's a specific tarot reader, and I look up to her because she's super duper calm. Interesting, because we have the breathe card here, and I just love how calm, ooh, okay. I just love how calm she is, how grounded she is. You know, I really, really enjoy that a lot. So Spirit is also emphasizing here that you maybe want to look at people who already have accomplished something that you want to accomplish and how they did it, or what characteristics, what character traits you really, really admire about them, and how you can embody those character traits, okay? When you have competition, how can you not necessarily outshine competition, but what can you learn from your competition, and how can you put your own twist to it? How can you make it your own? Okay, how can you make this journey your own? But what can you learn from people who walk the same path? Or what do you really, really admire about specific people here, okay? Or find somebody that you really admire so that you can learn from them. These cards are really getting on my nerves. Okay, let's get one more card here for you guys. It's definitely, you guys need to organize yourselves a little bit more. I almost want to say like organizing, okay? When you organize and you have like a mind map, everything like all the ideas that are in your mind, or the thoughts that are in your mind, the insights, the conclusions that are in your mind, they need to be written on paper. You need to write them down so that you have an overview, okay? A little bit more structure, but other than that, it's really about breathing, being calm. Calm is your superpower here in this situation. Let's get one more card here, pile number 1. Release tension. You need to release tension, okay? So Spirit is probably here hinting towards you being a little bit more relaxed about this topic, or finding ways to become a little bit, because I felt like a little bit of like a stiff energy, totally fine, okay? But to become a little bit more loose, okay? A little bit more at ease. And how do you get there? Usually with some type of energy work, you know, in a sense where breathing exercises or anything and everything that makes you feel calm, even if it's watering your plants or putting on, and not meditation music, but maybe like ocean sounds, okay, or sounds of whales. It doesn't even have to be meditation music. Maybe you want to look at like a screen with an ocean. Maybe you want to listen to ocean sounds. Maybe you want to listen to a chimney. Do you say a chimney? You know, like how you can hear like fire burning, or like sizzling, I think it's called. Okay, the only thing that you have to do here is to calm down again, okay, to calm your mind, to release tension from your body, okay? Again, usually we feel like this is a big goal, I have to be serious, and because when we are so serious, we become stiff, right? It's like stiffness. But here it's like relax, relax, relax. The more calm you are, the better you see what's going on here, okay? All right. You got this, okay? One more card here. I'm hearing relax, relax, relax. Okay, let's get one more card. Next steps for pile number 1. So they achieve their next big goal here. Yeah. Listen, Linda, you need to relax, okay? Relax. Okay, say it one more time, Cynthia. Okay, have a little bit more fun in the situation, and always think of a scale, okay? It is beautiful that you are serious about this, and it's beautiful that it is so near and dear to your heart to accomplish that goal, but at the same time, ease and effort, being serious and organized, but also not losing, you know, losing yourself in the seriousness, okay? Still finding happiness, still finding time to breathe and calm down. Again, that's when the magic happens, when you combine two things. That's why the yin-yang symbol is so magical, because it's two energies in one, right? And how they complement each other. Okay? A coin always has two sides, not just one. It's interesting that I chose this outfit today. It's super fitting here. Okay, let's get one more card. I'm hearing here you would also benefit from organizing, in a sense where organize your room, organize your laptop, organize paperwork, organizing, planning, writing things down. But when you wrote them down, don't stress about it, okay? As you wrote everything down, as you arranged all the documents, you've done your part, and now it's time for you to relax. So let's get some self-care oracle cards and see what else you can do here. Pile number 1. I'm also hearing here cleansing, okay? cleansing, relaxing is very important. Spend time with animals. Okay, maybe your animals will help you to relax or teach you how to relax a little bit more. Or to be a little bit more playful. Then we have you spend time with friends. Okay, so Spirit wants you to spend a little bit more time with friends here. Okay, they might inspire you. They might even give you like a very, very good advice here, okay, that you didn't think. Sometimes our friends say stuff where we're like, wow, I never saw that from that perspective. And then there's like, ding, there's a light bulb moment, okay? So spend time with friends and make a vision board. Okay, so for most of you, I feel like Spirit is hinting towards a digital vision board. So again, just check out Canva. It's for free. I'm not sponsored, but I freaking love this website. You can do anything and everything that you have in your mind on there. And the interesting thing is, every time I'm on that website, I feel like, okay, now I'm gonna do like my book cover, and I already feel like an author, or I'm gonna do a timetable. I already feel like a boss lady. It's so interesting. Or like creating a mind map. You can create a mind map with your favorite color, for example, pink, right? So it's like organization, right? Making a mind map, but my favorite color is yellow and green, and I'm gonna do it like that, and it brings like a little hint of fun toward in the mix here. That's what it feels like. Okay, that's how you will reach your goal. Try to combine those energies here of fun and seriousness, organization, but still playful. Okay, it's gonna help you a lot. The last thing that I want to say is, it's not fake it till you make it, but it's like, what would I do if I already achieved this goal, in a sense where, for example, I want to become an author. And then you already create your cover without even writing the book, or just playing with it a little bit. You're tapping into the best version of yourself, very playfully, in a very playful and fun way, but that also creates like a ripple effect, right? Of the energy that you send out into the universe, and how the universe boomerangs that energy to you, if that makes sense. Okay, guys. Pile number 1. I hope this helped. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with it, and I'm going to see you in my next one. I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. So you guys chose this beautiful image here. Let's find out, what can you do to reach your next big goal? Okay, let's see. Already laid out your cards. Give me a second. I'm gonna tap into your energy, okay? So the first card that came out for you guys is Safe and Surrounded by Love. We're gonna read that card out. So it says, keep your heart open and know you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true, and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. I already know where this is going. So we have the card here, Prince of Swords, the Hacker. This is usually a card in tarot that is all about researching things, okay? It's about researching things when we look at it from a material point of view, meaning like researching, reading about it, reading books about this topic, researching about this topic, finding maybe even like groups or like communities that can help you with this topic, okay? But it also talks about understanding the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that the universe is sending you. Now, what I mean by that is sometimes, because I see, when I look at this card, I'm thinking of The Matrix. It reminds me first of all of the movie Matrix, but it also reminds me of the movie Lucy, as well as Limitless. So maybe you are connected to these movies, or maybe you feel drawn to watch one of those movies that might be helping you to understand your situation better, or it might help you to understand what the universe is trying to tell you. So the first movie is like Limitless. It's called Limitless. The other one is called Lucy, and the other one is called Matrix. And they all have something to do with a higher intelligence, or decoding things, okay? Decoding signs, symbols, and synchronicities. I'm specifically paying attention to that because it says allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. It's interesting, there's like children outside and they're screaming, so if you see like a weird cut, it's because they're screaming outside. But it's interesting because your reading is about what is going on around you. Maybe as an omen, the universe is saying what is distracting you from really fully committing to the situation, or to really give 100%, or to have like a very sharp focus. Okay, maybe this is an omen of what is distracting you, but it could also be the answer is hidden in your environment to your question. Meaning it could be hidden in a conversation, could be hidden in a book, could be hidden in a movie. Okay, I almost want to say that Spirit already is sending you signs. Maybe you have been already praying like, dear universe, dear God, please show me the way. And I almost want to say they're talking to you. Your spirit guides, the universe is talking to you, but you have to decode and really be assertive of what is going on around you, because then you will understand. Okay, it almost feels like a riddle here. It feels like the answer could be hidden everywhere and anywhere. Okay, the card also here says choices. It says worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle the outcome. Okay, so for some of you guys, this might mean that the answer to your question is concerning or is surrounding more options than you think. Maybe you think, I want to make this happen and this is the way I want to make it happen. But maybe there's more than one way to make it happen. So it's almost like explore all options, or keep your mind open when it comes to how to get there, because there might be a faster way, there might be a more rewarding way than the way that you have in mind. Okay, there's a quote in my language that says, you cannot see the forest but amongst all these trees, meaning the person is in the forest already, but they're not realizing that they are in the forest because they are so confused by the trees that are around them. So maybe the answer to your question is coming to you when you shut out all distractions. Okay, and when you pay close attention to the universe. This might even include just going into the city center and just walking a little bit for 1 hour, and you will see signs, symbols, synchronicities. Okay. It almost feels like think out of the box. Okay, there's more than one way how this can happen. There's several ways how this can happen. Maybe you're even thinking, I don't know how this could happen. And Spirit is saying, there's a million ways as to how this could happen. So there's no need for you to really know how it will happen. Just know that it is possible. Because there's a million ways, and a lot of people who have already done what you're trying to manifest here. Okay. It says, if beating yourself up would work, you would be thin, rich, and happy. Try loving yourself instead. Okay, so this is an energy here. I feel like Spirit is saying here to really tap into loving yourself. This sounds super duper basic, but the magic that happens when you give yourself a hug, or when you say, I want to be nicer to myself, you know, I want to be more compassionate to myself, is undescribable. Like the magic that happens when you start to love yourself is undescribable. But let's see. I want to dive a little bit deeper here, because it seems to be very mysterious here with you guys. So they're definitely telling you to research about this topic. You will come across information that you were asking about. Pay attention to your close surroundings, because the answers might be not as far away as you thought. They might be in your surroundings. Okay, it might be one line in a book that is everything that you need here. Okay. The This is about focusing on yourself, okay? There might be an energy where you find yourself being a little bit confused about how you can make something happen. And your confusion does not come from, okay, let me describe it like that. So today I had an appointment and I drank coffee, and coffee gives me anxiety. Don't ask me why I still drink coffee. It's because it gives me energy, but it sometimes gives me anxiety. And I was standing there and waiting for my documents, and I felt that I had anxiety, and I took my, how do you call that? I took a spray out of my bag. It's a lavender spray that is supposed to kill bacteria. I don't know how you call that in English, but I put it, it's like an organic, it's an organic lavender spray, 100% natural. It smells beautifully and it also kills bacteria. Why not? So I sprayed it on my hands. And after a few minutes, I'm realizing my anxiety is gone. Why is my anxiety away? You know, I felt a lot of confusion in my mind, like a lot of thoughts in my mind, and I felt anxiety, you know, not too bad, but, you know, like a lingering anxiety, you know, when you are too jittery because you drank coffee. So I was like, wow, from 1 second to another, my anxiety is gone. And then I was like analyzing, why is my anxiety gone, right? Paying attention to your surroundings, because the answer to your question might be in little things, okay? Little hints. And then I realized I just used my lavender spray, and I was never really aware of that. And then I realized, well, lavender is known to reduce stress. So I was like, wow, I learned something new about myself, that it looks like if I inhale lavender scent, that it calms me down. But it only happened because I paid close attention to the whole situation, receiving an answer to a question because you are aware of everything around you. Now, another thing that I also want to say is, where did I actually want to go with that? Because there was another point that I wanted to make with this story. Okay, well, I don't know. Anyway, with the Two of Pentacles, this definitely talks about, I almost want to say, I am busy being me, okay? Oh yeah, I wanted to come back to why I told you the story is because, so I felt confusion in that moment, anxiety and confusion. But then I realized that my confusion was gone along with my anxiety, just because I was inhaling lavender scent. And then I realized maybe my confusion did not come from a place of there's really no way. It just came from a place of I'm just confused. Because sometimes we think that confusion means there's no way out, right? When we are confused, we feel like, well, I'm confused because there's no way out. But what if the confusion is a byproduct of you not sitting still? It is not because there really is no way. It's just you're not seeing the way. Sometimes we have to be aware of, like, confusion is not associated to, well, there is no way for you. There is no way in hell you can make this happen. This is just, hey, I'm in a place of confusion. Let me change that to a place of clarity so I can see my way, okay? It's not an indication for it not being possible. It's an indication for maybe there's plenty of ways to make it happen, but I intuitively with my heart have to choose which path is for me, okay? And that would also include that you are not being pulled in all kinds of directions. Maybe you need a little bit more time for yourself. It's a lot about self-reflection and focusing on yourself, focusing on becoming a better version of yourself, maybe focusing more on your health, or focusing overall in general what your soul is made out of. Again, I did not know about myself that lavender reduces stress for me. So it's almost like realizing what works for you and what doesn't. Because if you know what works for you, it's easy. There's no confusion. This is how I roll, right? I'm hearing this is how I roll. Makes sense, right? This is just a question or a matter of how do you roll, you know? This is how I roll. Okay, let's see. This is what works for me. Let's see. What else do you want pile number 2 to know? What can they do to manifest? Ooh. Manifest their next big goal. Interesting, interesting. Okay, for some of you guys, it might include taking a risk or doing something risky, doing something that you've never done. Okay. Doing something for the fun of it, like trying, for example, you just try this program for the fun of it, for the sake of it. Maybe it will work, maybe it will not. It almost feels like finding out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune also always talks about expansion. Okay, it talks about expansion, expanding the knowledge about yourself and expanding maybe almost like the platforms that you are on, because I also feel like it might have something to do with like joining a community or maybe expanding what you're watching, maybe tapping into watching documentaries about specific topics. It's like expanding your mind, expanding your knowledge, and expanding what you do and what you tap into. Be curious, okay? Follow your curiosity, what you want to try out, okay? Until you find what works for you. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. You also might find... Ooh, hello, hello, hello. What's going on here? Okay. I'm also seeing here... for some of you guys, it's about manifesting wealth or manifesting financial stability or being in a very, very comfortable place financially. Okay, for a lot of you guys, it has something to do with career and finances. And I almost want to say... there are communities, okay? There are communities and people that can help you to achieve your goals. So it's almost like the power of community. I already felt that with the dolphins here. The power of community, joining a community, joining like-minded people, or doing collaborations, exchanging ideas, okay? There's an energy here of maybe opening up to, again, I don't know why, but I feel like communities or opening up your heart more to new connections or being linked to other connections, taking on invitations, even giving out invitations, looking for seminars, conferences, looking for Zoom meetings, whatever it is here, okay? Because I almost want to say you can do this with other people. You can achieve this financial freedom with other people, with friends of yours. It might even have something to do with friends, okay? Maybe you don't even know that some of your friends are interested in the same thing. Maybe ask them what they think of it, okay? Or go and bumble friends and find like-minded people. It's almost like open your heart to everything new. Everything new. A new environment, a new community. Maybe you even want to go to the park, okay, and study instead of staying at home. Maybe it will bring a lot of more clarity to you. Changing the environment, I also want to say. It's a lot about changing what you do. That would also change the outcome. Okay, changing how you go about things, expanding more, expanding maybe your friend circle, expanding your knowledge about finances, maybe looking at financial literature, okay? Something that I'm seeing here. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Where do we go from here? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna get one card of the self-care oracle here. This actually reminds me here of, this reminds me of a conversation that I had with my friend about financial literature, you know, and how we are not being taught how to make money or how to become financially stable in school, you know. It reminds me of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Maybe you might be interested in that, or Spirit is hinting towards maybe tapping into financial literature, which would also be here the Page of Swords, or actually attending a course, a class, a seminar, whatever it is, you know. It's almost like invest before those investments come back to you. It's almost like put your coins in a community, in a seminar, in a book, in a podcast, in a Patreon subscription that deals with the topic in your mind. And as you invest into it, you will see that with the help of other people, or with the help of a community, with the help of another person, again, a book could also be you getting help and advice from the author, right? That's what it feels like here. Let's see. Pile number 2. What can they do for themselves to reach their goal? We have a watch a movie. So maybe you want to watch one of the movies that I recommended in the beginning, or maybe a movie popped in your mind. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so interestingly enough, we have the number 444 here. Okay, angel number 444 is important for you, might be important for you, or pay attention to the thoughts that you have when this number pops up. Okay, so interestingly enough, here we have sex. Now I wouldn't take this quite literally. I mean, if you want to, you can. I don't have to know your business. But what I feel here is an energy of maybe what you want to achieve. You might achieve it. This is going to be very specific here. You will achieve it with your sex appeal, okay? In a sense where it almost feels like you can use your charm, or you can use your sex appeal to get to where you want to be. I also feel like sex also has something to do with seduction, right? As well as with coming together, merging with another person. Sex is literally like coming together and merging with a person. So it almost feels like as you come together with another energy, whatever it is, okay, it creates the perfect union here to reach the height, reaching the climax, right? Reaching the highest point. Okay, I'm really gonna, this is like talking in, do you say talking in tongues or speaking in tongues? It's like as you come together with another energy, whatever it is, it's almost like there's an energy that you're supposed to connect with, okay? And as you connect with that energy and you guys come together, you can reach the goal, the climax, the height, okay? Whatever that means to you. And then we have movement here, okay? So there's definitely an energy here of getting your ideas moving, getting the ball rolling, or really like what you think of, actually making it happen, okay? I've been thinking about attending this class about cryptocurrency. Make it happen. Bring movement into the whole situation here, what you're thinking about, okay? Okay, my beautiful pile number 2, I hope you like this reading. Let me know in the comments if you resonate with it, and I'm going to see my next one. I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. So you chose this beautiful image here. Let's see. How can you make your next big goal happen? How can you achieve it and celebrate it? Okay, let's see. Ooh, gonna be interesting with you guys here. So the first card, I'm really freaking excited with you guys here. The first card that came out for you, pile number 3, I'm gonna show you the card. It says 23 distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. And let me tell you something, Linda. For those who are asking what Linda actually means, Linda means beautiful in Portuguese or Spanish. Because I saw someone in the comment, why are you calling me by another female's name? It's actually a compliment, okay? So with you guys, I got the image of somebody who is like digging in the soil to find a diamond. But they're giving up right before they reach the diamond. You know, when another person does not give up, like person A digs until they find the diamond, and there's person B who's digging and giving up, like, man, I'm never gonna find this, and they would have had to dig like a few more times until they would have found this big diamond. Listen, Linda, you're almost there, okay? Which is the reason why the universe is saying here, hang in there, okay? Hang in there. Don't lose your focus. Don't lose your determination. You are almost there. You almost are at your breakthrough. Look at this energy. This person is almost done with the marathon, almost at the finish line here. Okay? He did not cross the finish line yet. He is about to. Okay? These are just a few steps, a few weeks, a few days away from you realizing a goal or from you finally finding the solution. Hang in there. Do not give up now. Okay, do not be do not be like the guy who's like, you know, giving up right before they find the diamond, right before the diamond is in front of them. The interesting thing here with you guys is we have the card here, intention, and it says, what if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? And it says intention number 1. So spirit might be saying for you to kind of like fuel yourself with a little bit. How can I say that? Because sometimes when we are almost at the finish line, or when we don't see what we actually wished to see, we feel an energy of like giving up, which I don't feel with you guys, but for some of you guys who might be in that energy of like feeling like you want to give up, don't, okay? Find a way to motivate yourself again, in a sense where, what is your intention? What do you truly want to manifest? Or why did you start? Why did you start? Or what is your purest desire, your purest wish? Okay, come back to your heart. Come back to your purity, okay? It would also be beneficial for you to say a prayer now, in a sense where I feel like when we say a prayer, we come back to the truth, okay? Almost like, for example, I want to make this money, I want to make this money, but in actuality, it actually is, God, please help me to find a way to support me and my family, right? These two prayers have a completely different energy. One is more like, how can I say that? One is more shallow, and the other one is very, very deep, right? It's a very truthful and honest prayer, okay? And there's nothing wrong with asking for financial abundance, but when you say your prayer, or when you ask the universe for something, it has to come from the purest, your purest form. Okay, or to come back to your purity, come back to your own truth. What do you believe in? What do you want to embody? What is your life about? Why did you start this journey? Okay, to find your motivation again. But overall, there's not much that I can tell you besides you're almost there, and hang in there. Okay, I don't feel like you guys need a reading, to be honest. You're almost there. This card here says truth is different at different levels of consciousness, reserve judgment, okay? So the interesting thing here is I almost want to say you might be judging how much you are accomplishing versus other people, or how much you thought you would accomplish by this time. And the interesting thing is I'm going to share that with you guys. So I had to do some shadow work because there are things that I'm not really good at, and I was facing them a little bit. Like I had to face them at social events with people and stuff like that. And I was like very much aware of like, okay, Cynthia, you really suck at this. Like you're really not good at that. And it brought a lot of like shadow work, brought up a lot of energy of almost like where I really had to look at my weakness, or really look at a shadow of mine, or something that I felt like I overcame or healed, but I still had like some leftovers of that shadow. Then I realized that a few years back in a book which is called The Power of Now, I learned something in the book. Again, coming back to the truth, or coming back to the basic, coming back to the origin, why you are doing this, why you want to achieve that. Because that's actually when my spiritual journey started, with that book. So in this book, 𝐸𝑘𝑒 Tolle is teaching how, when we are without judgment, that our chatty mind becomes a little bit more calmer. For example, I could look at the stone as beautiful, I could look at it as ugly, or I could look at it without judgment, just as a stone, right? Looking at it from a perspective of it's beautiful, and looking at it as it's ugly. And there's also a very neutral perspective, meaning it is a stone. Okay, you can look at what you have been achieving as bad or good, or you can look at it from a natural and very without judgment. This is what I have achieved. Not, this is what I have achieved and it is good. This is what I have achieved and it's bad. Just, this is what I have achieved. This feather here, is it beautiful or is it ugly? It is just a feather. Just a feather. And I used to have that, I used to really practice that teaching back in the days, but I kind of forgot along the way. So I almost want to say Spirit might want to remind you of things that you have learned that you might have forgotten on your journey, okay? Because it has been a long ride, a long journey. Come back to the basics, come back to teachings that have helped you in the past, habits that have helped you in the past. Because they will be what you need for the last steps until you reach the finish line. Okay? Okay, let's get a few more cards here. Yeah, and I was like, wow, because, you know, every guru has, you know, like, how can I say that? Every guru has different teachings, and we all find a different guru, and we all are connected to a different guru and connected to different teachings. But that teaching was like perfect for me, you know, because I was always scared of people judging me, or me being too judgy of other people. And then when I found this little mantra of not judging a situation, but just seeing it for what it is, it's a candle. It's not beautiful, it's not ugly, it's a candle. It brought me so much peace, okay? So you might have to calm down your judgmental mind and come more from a neutral perspective when you look at your goal, or when you look at what you have achieved already. It might help you. Let's see. Let's see. As well as maybe having a truthful conversation with the universe, with your spirit guides, with whatever you believe in, okay? It might help you a lot here. Okay, what can pile number 3 do to manifest or to reach their next big goal? You're almost there, honey. Listen, Linda. You're almost there. Hello, hello, hello. You're almost there. Okay. Interesting. I almost want to say, if you get back to why you want to achieve that, or what is truly the purest way you can express why you want to achieve this goal, will also help you to see your way clearly, or see how you can get there very effortlessly, not effortlessly, but almost like clearly what your next step should be. Okay. It also says here the costume designer. So I almost want to say Spirit might be asking you to be creative about this topic, or be creative with your way, how you will get there, or to spark your creativity again. Okay? To regain your creativity, to regain your spark, regain the fire. Why did you start? What is your motivation? Come back to your source of energy, your source of motivation for the last steps that you have to take, because again, you're almost there, okay? I also want to say, get inspired. It's a lot about inspiration. It's a lot about like going to a shop or like buying magazines. I don't know why, but it almost feels like getting creative again, or tapping into your creative energy. In a sense where buy magazines or take pictures, you know, like photographs, you know. The interesting thing here is it actually reminds me of a reading that I have been watching. How sometimes when we ask for our purpose, that our purpose is revealed in a very, very, very funny way. It's not like straightforward what it is for some of you guys, if you've been thinking about that, but it sometimes is like, oh, one day I was outside in the city and I found this book, and then when I read this book, I understood what my purpose was, and it was so freaking randomly. Or you sit in a cafe and it's the most beautiful cafe you've ever seen, and all of a sudden in that moment you gain the spark to open up your own cafe, finding your purpose in that. But it's not straightforward, that is my purpose. It sometimes happens when you just go with the flow. It's almost like go with the flow, create things just for the sake of creating them, just do things for the sake of having fun, for the sake of trying things out, for the sake of being adventurous. And I almost want to say the answer to your question is a very, or like how you will achieve your next big goal is connected to having fun and connecting to kind of like a going with the flow and letting yourself be surprised how it will all turn out for you, or how it will all unfold. Okay, I'm seeing here somebody going into the city randomly and discovering something that they didn't look for, but it appeared in front of them and was exactly what they needed. Okay. For some of you guys, it also talks about putting your creative projects out into the world. Shine the light on your creative projects. Take pictures of them. Put them up on the internet. I don't know why, but I feel like you guys, you have such a beautiful personality. It almost feels like, I don't know, I feel like you guys have like a, I feel like with you guys it might be a surprise how your next big goal will manifest. It seems to be very, very surprising here. I feel like a very, very surprising but also funny. It's almost like you're gonna laugh about it, like how it happened, or how the synchronicities have been. You will laugh about it, like, oh my god, I cannot believe how this manifested here. Interesting. One more card here for pile number 3. Yeah. I'm telling you, you're almost there. You're about to throw a party because you reach your goal. You are about to throw a party, okay, with your friends and go out to a restaurant, painting the town red because you achieved your goal. You're almost there, okay? I cannot stress that enough. Now, if we look at what you can maybe do to get there, be a little bit more patient with yourself, okay? And again, don't judge yourself. Try to see this situation from a neutral perspective, okay? Getting back to basics, getting back to the origin of why you're doing this or why you want to get there. Having a truthful conversation with the universe. And again, there might be teachings or things you've done in your past that you need to bring back into your life, because they gave you a lot of energy and motivation, okay? Okay, guys, let's get one more card here. Is there anything else what pile 3 can do here besides hanging in there? I'm also hearing here for some of you guys, you might get people's attention because of, how can I say that, whatever you're creating. Let's say you are an artist, okay? You are an artist, or you are somebody who works on or who wants to work on like social media or something along those lines, I feel like you will get a lot of attention from other people, or whatever you are creating here will gain a lot of like a movement, because you have a very, very beautiful energy. It's a very inviting energy here in case you are an artist and you want to do something online. And it almost feels like there's nothing that you have to worry about. Like the movement is coming to you. You have a beautiful personality and you can share your world with other people. I don't know what the heck you guys are doing. It feels like a very inviting energy here. Okay? A personality that is supposed to share with other people. Whatever art you are creating, it's beautiful art. I can feel it. Whatever you're creating, it's just beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. It's beautiful. Okay, let me get out here. One more thing, yeah, don't lose your motivation here, okay? Don't lose your motivation here. Also, don't stop now. Don't stop now. Don't lose your motivation. Try not to, like, if you get the ball rolling, try not to, you know, stop the movement. Almost in a sense where Spirit is saying here, continue to work on your stuff. You're almost there. Don't stop now. Don't get distracted now. Don't get distracted by pleasure instead of making something happen. Because sometimes when we are at home, we feel like, you know, I actually could come up with a business plan, but let me just watch something on YouTube. Again, you can do that, whatever you want, but maybe one day out of like the whole week, maybe you really want to sit down and get the ball rolling, okay? Don't let distractions distract you. Don't let distractions distract you, okay? Don't let any distraction lead you astray, okay? You're almost there. Don't let distractions lead you astray. Don't get seduced by distraction, by temptation, whatever it is, okay? Don't get too sucked into other people's world. You are creating your own here right now, okay? And maybe take your phone away a little bit more so you're more focused, okay? For some of you guys, you need a social media break for a few days so that you are back energized again. For some of you guys, it's about your motivation to fill the tank, to fill your tank with motivation again, because you're almost there. And for others of you, to find inspiration again, or to spark your inspiration again, okay? Do not get distracted now, honey, because you're almost there. Okay, let's get a few self-care oracle cards here. I'm just checking the time. What can pile number 3 do to manifest their next big goal? Don't forget what your intention is, even throughout the day, because sometimes we do get distracted. Like, I also get distracted a lot. Like, pleasure over progress, progress over pleasure. Okay. Wow. Oh, okay, I see now. Look at that. I'm also seeing here 1, 2, 3. Hold on, where was it? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's almost like everything is in order. You're almost there. It's like a countdown. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're almost there. I'm telling you. Spirit is saying, let's see. Okay, so first of all, Spirit wants you to treat yourself a little bit, okay? If you feel like you have put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, it's time for you to treat yourself again, to do something that really is fun to you, okay? Treat yourself. You've done an amazing job. You're almost there. It's almost like not to get distracted now, but also you don't have to like push so much because you're almost there, so you can, you know, like have a little bit of fun, okay? You're already accomplished here. You already manifested, like energetically, what you're asking about is already manifested. It's just a matter of your physical body reaching it. Okay, that's what it feels like. So you might as well get like a sweet treat and treat yourself, okay? First of all, treat yourself in a kind way always, but the sweet treat also talks about you just, having fun, going out, having a little bit more pleasure here, okay? There's not much that you have to do because you're already doing a lot, okay? You're already very, very focused here with a lot of determination, okay? As you hang in there, as you almost reach this goal, also bring yourself back into balance by just having fun, going out dancing, okay? Going to the restaurant, going partying. And then we have the dream journal here. It says, are you sleeping? So pay attention to your dreams, okay? Your dreams might be more vivid than usual the next couple of weeks, days, or they have been. Write them down or really look at the meaning of the symbolism in your dreams because it might be important for you and what you're asking about. Okay, my beautiful pie number 3. I hope you like this reading. I'm going to see my next one. Let me know that if it resonated with you. And I'm going to see my next one. I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pie number 4. Let's look at your cards. How can you reach your next big goal? So you chose this beautiful Dior card. Okay, image. Let's see. Let's look at your cards. How can you reach your next big goal? Okay. I'm hearing when we pray. Hold on, where's my stone? I'm hearing when we pray, we talk to God, but when we meditate, God is talking to us. Okay? So what you're asking about is not really about you receiving an answer. It's about you listening. Okay? It almost feels like, it almost feels like you ask for something. Let's say, let's make an image out of this or a story. Let's say you're asking somebody, how did you write this book? Or how did you become a successful author? And then the other person would want to explain how they did it, but then you talk over them. Okay, not that you do that, I just want to explain the energy that I pick up here. Okay, so the other person wants to reply, but before they can even reply, you ask the next question. So they don't even have the time to answer the first one. So it almost feels like listen. Okay. It could be, I almost want to say what you're asking about, there's an answer hidden. It's for you to listen. You need to listen. Listening also comes from a place of being still. Having your ears wide open, your eyes wide open, right? As you listen to what the universe is saying or to what people around you are saying, or the feedback that you might be getting from people. Okay, because the listen card says people start to heal the moment they feel heard. So it's almost like your prayer has been heard, but can you hear the answer? Can you hear the advice from the people around you? Okay, with you it's gonna be interesting, I'm not gonna lie. This card here says it is safe to wait. So whatever you're asking about now is not the right time. You definitely are supposed to wait here. We also have here the card Amber with contentment. Waiting rather than acting is going to be the most advantageous now. Okay, so right now in this very moment it's about waiting and listening. Okay. Maybe this listen card is also about you listening to this reading. So let's see what your spirit guides want you to know. This card here says, hold on, let me show it to you. Oh, okay. I just got a download. We're going to talk about it. So it says, stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. So what Spirit here is saying is that the answer to your question, or how you will reach your goal, is not a question of you analyzing the past or you thinking about the future. It's about you being fully and 100% aware of the present moment, meaning, how do you feel emotionally? How do you feel spiritually? How do you feel physically? Okay? To be very much aware of what is going on within. What is bugging you? What is inspiring you? Who's your role model right now? What is your favorite song? Your answer is almost like with you. The answer is within you. I know it's very cliche. Okay, I know it's very cliche, but it almost feels like that the answer to your question is not far away. It's around you. It's a matter of recognizing it. Okay? It's a matter of seeing it. The card here also reminded me of the fact that I think only 5% of the ocean have been discovered. Meaning there's 95% to discover. Going very, 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 very deep here. So what you're asking about might be connected to you diving really, really deep into your emotions and why you feel a certain way. Ooh, okay. I almost want to say I want to change the cards with you guys, because give me a second, guys. I'm going to change your cards because I feel like I want to use cards that are more intuitive. Okay, so give me a second. Hey guys, got the cards. So I feel like there's an energy where there's a lot going on around you, meaning when there's so much going on around you, it is not easy to, do you say decipher or to spot the next step. It's almost like wait until, it almost feels like a crowded place. And it's not time for you to clean the floor because people are walking there. Like it's too busy. Okay, and it wouldn't make sense for you to clean the floor. Don't ask me why this is coming up here. Or it wouldn't make sense for you to clean the kitchen when there's so much people in the kitchen and everything is going on here. It's like it doesn't make sense right now to act. But it makes sense for you to prepare for what you're asking about, whatever preparation means to you. And it almost feels like enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey. Everything is unfolding as it is supposed to unfold, but there's things that you don't see yet that are very important when it comes to your question, when it comes to your goal. There's something for you to discover. You only know half of the story. You only know half of the bigger picture that the universe has for you. Or there might be something bigger than what you're asking about. There are certain things connected that you cannot see, okay? That would delay what you're asking about here. Oh, child. Okay, let's see. What is this about, Spirit? What is this energy about here? Oh, hold on. I have to shuffle them. Those came out. Another thing that I want to see here, say, I also feel like I felt an energy here with you guys that it has something to do with colors. Okay, so I almost want to say pay attention to colors. Pay attention to a color that you see very often, or the color that you are feeling drawn to right now. because it will tell you something about yourself and where you are at in life right now. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Okay, seeing colors here, or you are somebody showing their true colors, or something is being revealed here, seeing something in their true colors without a filter. Ooh, without a filter. Oh, okay, I think I know where we're going here. Wow, look at that, the star. Okay, I'm telling you, a lot of you guys, you have been praying. A lot of you guys, you have been doing manifestation rituals, burying something, whatever. The universe heard you, okay? Yeah, there's too much going on right now. And if you would make a move right now, you would make the move from a place of confusion, meaning the result will also be confusion. Like if you do something, if you fill in paper very confused, you will not read properly, or even if you have an exam and you do it very confused, you will not read it properly, you will forget something, and then the outcome is just that. Which is why the universe is saying, not now, there's a better timing, okay? When the stars are aligning. I want to say you will get your recognition, or you will be successful, just not now. There's something here that needs to be cleared out. You need to get out of the energy of confusion here. I'm also hearing lost. Being lost is a lovely place to find yourself. So if you feel lost right now, it's the perfect opportunity to find yourself. What are you made out of? What do you truly appreciate? What do you truly love? What makes your heart sing? What brings you to tears because of love? What brings you to tears because of bliss? Okay, interesting. And again, you will be given what you deserve, but in the perfect timing. Wow, okay. Let's get one more card here. How can pile number 4 reach their goal? Yeah, you see, that's what I was talking about. Like, it's loud and crowded. Look at that, all these hands here. How do you find your way through when there's so much going on here? Right? It's almost like your path has to be clear in order for things to manifest. And look at how clear this path is. She can dance, she can be free, she can look at the star, she can scream, she's free here. But here it's a very crowded place. So maybe the universe is asking for you to find a little bit more time in isolation. Okay, find a little bit more time in isolation so you get a clear mind about the situation, because you might be very busy or all over the place, or always in a different area, different location with different people. Okay, and also to truly open up to either a friend, a family member, even to yourself. You can write in your diary, okay, about how you're feeling. Okay, this is about being truthful with how you're feeling, maybe what is possibly weighing you down, because that has to be fixed first. That has to be looked at first before your success is coming to you, because it is here. It is something that you deserve. But first of all, there's an energy here of, guys, you cannot believe what just happened. So I wanted to change the battery of the camera because it was like running low. And I read omens. So I wanted to change the battery of the camera, and then I realized, oh, the microphone battery is low as well. So let me change that. Well, the construction of the microphone is so complex that opening up the battery, or opening up where the battery fits in took me 10 minutes and it took me, I think, 30 minutes right now to get the battery back in. And it's interesting because we talked about how Spirit is saying something else has to be sorted out, something else has to be fixed, just like I had to fix my battery, before you can continue or move on with whatever you're asking about. So what you're asking about, your next big goal, before your next big goal is manifesting, something else has to be sorted out, something else has to be looked at here, okay? Because something might be blocking your way, just like I couldn't continue to film because of the microphone, right? So let's see, what is this blockage about? What is this blockage, or what is this energy that pile number 4 has to look at? Okay, whatever Spirit is talking about here might have been revealed to you in a dream, okay? You might have had a nightmare about it, you might have had like a dream about it, or you might have had like a scary dream recently. Look at that and look at the symbols and signs and whatever happened in your dream, okay? Because that's the moon card, it's tied to our dreams in the subconscious mind. So it's something hidden in your subconscious mind. For others of you, it might be something, what you're asking about, your next big goal, requires for you to have confidence, and you might find yourself being scared, or might find yourself not feeling confident, or not feeling like you can do it. Something is stopping you, okay? There is an energy here that is stopping you. An energy like a hidden fear, or a hidden blockage, or a hidden belief system that tells you that you cannot do it, or it's not possible, or whatever, okay? And that you have to look at that first, so that the success can come to you. That success can come to you. Okay, let's see. What is this blockage about for pile number 4? Oh, because interesting, I just put this card back in because I was like, no, I'm not sure. I didn't ask the question and it came out again. Okay. This blockage can be tied to a relationship or a connection or a work situation that is not working out for you, okay? So there might be an energy where your relationship, or it could be a contract, it could be a relationship that is holding you back, okay? But I feel like it's subconsciously, okay? Subconsciously. For others of you, you might be scared of what will people think of you, okay? For others of you, it's an energy of what will people think of me, or will people like me, okay? So that is something that you have to look at, a fear that you have to cleanse and analyze and dive a little bit deeper into it, okay? Let me get one more card. What is the 2 of Love about? Yeah, it's like you worry if people will, what people around you will say, okay? And you need to let that go, okay? If you let that go here, if you let this fear go, it's a fear of who you want to be and who you are, and if you are capable of becoming that person, as well as if other people will like you, or what will other people think of you, or what will happen with your relationship if you really fulfill or manifest your dreams. Okay, I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper here, guys. Spirit, do you have any advice for pile number 4? How can they approach their blockage? How can they heal from that? Strategic. There has to be strategy. That's interesting. You know what the funny thing is? As I tried to put the damn battery in the damn microphone, how it worked was because I was looking at the construction properly to understand how it works. So there might be an energy where Spirit is saying you have to look at something very, very closely and how it works, like to understand the in and outs of a situation, to understand the in and outs. How does it work? How is it constructed? What elements does it have? What is it made out of? For example, I want to become a millionaire. Now, what are the key components of somebody who became a millionaire, right? or you want to, whatever it is, whatever you're thinking about, the key components. How is it structured? What is it made out of? Or what character traits do I have to embody to become that person that achieves that goal? That's what it feels like, strategy. Okay, use your analytical mind. Look at it from an analytical perspective, in the sense where you see how something works in and out. This might be, where does my fear come from? How can I analyze my fear? How can I dissolve this fear? Where does confidence come from? Why don't I have confidence? Or to just understand your dream, the in and outs of your dream, to fully understand how can you get there? How much money do you need to make? It's almost like come up with a strategy, I almost want to say. A strategy that works for you, okay? This is my strategy to be confident. This is my strategy to become a millionaire, okay? Can pile number 4 heal that energy here? Yeah, you're in the midst of... you're in the midst of solving a riddle, I almost want to say. Or understanding something so deeply that it works for you. It's almost like, for example, if you understand how the mind works, then you can become the master of your thoughts. When you understand how something works, you can make it work for you, if that makes sense. Another thing is, you maybe want to look at the situation from an outside perspective, from a bird's eye perspective, as well as what may be coming your way. Guys, this is very mysterious here. What may be coming your way, it's almost like understanding your fear. Understanding your fear and addressing your fear here. And if you have done that, that's when things are manifesting. We have the 2 of Cups again here. It's almost like understanding your mind and yourself so much that you know, okay, that's what I do to become confident. That's what I do to calm my mind. That's what I do to improve my communication skills. It's almost like understanding what works for you, so that when you are fully functioning, that your brain is working for you instead of against you. You see what I mean? Okay. This is about a deep connection to yourself, I almost want to say. Understanding where certain fears come from that you have. And to really dive deep, 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 deep. Interesting. We talked about the ocean, right? Where I said there's only 95% that have been discovered. 5% that have been discovered and 95 have not been discovered, I suppose. Diving deep. We talked about it. Because the deeper you go, the darker the ocean. I'm hearing treasures are hidden, found in the shadow. Or treasures are found hidden in the dark. Okay. You need to dive into the depths of your own ocean before you can rise up again. You see? Yeah. Understanding and studying yourself. Understanding yourself, studying yourself, understanding how your mind works. How whatever you're asking about works. What you need to get there. Researching and reading. And through reading, we also listen to somebody else's opinion. So it's almost like get help from the outside. Again, we talked about preparation, right? We talked about preparation here. Your preparation is about understanding your fear and transforming it. Understanding yourself and how your mind works and making your mind work for you. Okay? that's when everything else will just come very naturally here. Anything else, Spirit? One more card here. Yeah. Understanding what triggers you and what brings you peace, what calms you down and what makes you feel anxious and stressed. Because if you know all of that, then you know that I need to avoid because it makes me feel stressed. That I need to do more often because it makes me feel calm. It's all about understanding yourself and treating yourself, yeah. There's an energy here, yeah. This is really understanding where your fear is coming from. Diving as deep as you can, okay? Taking a few days to do shadow work here. Even finding someone who can heal you, okay? Going to an alternative healer, doing hypnosis, whatever it is. Finding a healer as well could be very beneficial for you, okay? To dissolve an energetic knot that keeps you away from succeeding here, okay? And then you let this energy go, meaning something new can come through, okay? Spirit wants you to look at what is missing when it comes to what you need to get to your goal and what do you already have that makes you closer to your goal, okay? But the only thing I'm feeling here is it's an energetic knot that comes from fear and you have to dive a little bit deeper to dissolve this knot. But once you've done that, you will see that you will succeed in multiple endeavors, okay? All right, let's see. I'm gonna get some self-care oracle cards here for you guys, okay? It's interesting, really. It took me like 13 minutes, I think even longer than that. That's why it's so dark now. And I was like, how am I going to get this battery back into the microphone? It was like the construction was so complex to open it and to close it. But once you understand how it is constructed, then it becomes very easy, okay? So there's an energy here of diving deep into the ocean of fears that you have or what is stopping you, okay? Finding books about this topic, reading and listening to other people, how they have overcome certain things, okay? And finding your own way to heal or to dissolve this knot, okay? So let's see, what can you do, pile number 4, to get to your next goal, next big goal? Use your hands. Ooh, interesting. Okay. For some of you guys, I feel like Spirit is saying pick up maybe like a new hobby, because that new hobby that you will be picking up, such as like knitting, for example, might be helpful for you to understand something about yourself, or might be helpful for you to calm your mind, okay? But using your hands definitely means here to kind of like occupy your, you know, as you wait for something to manifest, use that time where you're waiting to do something cool with that time that you're kind of waiting and preparing for it, okay? It's almost like use that time wisely, do something cool, to do something fun. I feel like picking up a new hobby, to be honest, or discovering maybe like a new hobby here. Look to the stars. So there's an emphasis on a star here the second time. So there might be an energy where the universe wants you to analyze your birth chart, or to get maybe like you might find answers there when you look at your birth chart. Or Spirit is saying maybe you also want to look into astrological readings, like for your zodiac sign, or to understand your zodiac sign in and out, to understand what you need and what you don't need, or what is good for you and what is not good for you, okay? This might be very helpful here for you guys. Astrology, understanding your birth chart. And then we have abundance planning. You see, it's about planning and preparation here. This reminds me of, okay, I want to live there and I want to live in such a house. Then that would mean I would have to make an income of so and so. And that would mean I have to make this amount of money every month. You see, we're tracking back. And if I know how much money I make in this month, I have to find out how will I make this money. Okay, this can make this money and this can make that money. Combining those two, they make exactly the sum that I need for this apartment. Do you see how everything is working together? It's like everything is working together here, guys, okay? It's not like if you look at your fear and if you look at how you're feeling emotionally, it's directly linked to your success, directly linked to your bank account, directly linked to you getting this apartment. Do you see how it all works together? Okay, things are not separate, they're all working together. Okay, for some of you guys it might also be beneficial for you to make yourself like a mind map, because I'm doing all of that here. But definitely planning here, okay? Planning ahead, understanding where exactly you want to be and how you can get there, but also to look at what is happening within emotionally, okay, as you go on that journey. And it is a journey, okay? You're gonna learn a lot. The interesting thing is, when I started my journey, I thought that manifesting goals is all about like tangible, that it is in front of me. For example, I want a car, so me manifesting a car is all about the car standing in front of me, when in actuality, when I actually went on that journey, it was a lot about growing, a lot about overcoming fears, overcoming self-limiting beliefs. It was not just only about I'm gonna think about it and then the car is in front of me. It was a lot about like growing as a person, becoming more responsible, or just taking a little bit more time throughout the day to listen to how I feel emotionally and spiritually, you know. It's really you're growing. The journey that you're on right now to manifest your dreams is all about growth, okay? So I almost want to say that you are currently learning how to heal, currently learning what is good for you, what is not good for you, okay? And as you are on that journey and as you are discovering all of these epiphanies and conclusions and insights about yourself and about your journey, on your individual journey to manifesting what is working for you, what is not working for you, you're becoming stronger, wiser, you know? So this journey of manifesting your goal is also directly linked to your growth spiritually and emotionally, right? To have a mindset that thinks, so the car is going to be standing in front of my door in 2 days, takes a lot of like practice, because there's so many blockages that we sometimes have within that we didn't even notice before until we wanted to manifest the car. So it's almost like be patient with yourself on your journey. You're dissolving a lot of energetic knots, okay, until you discovered the bottom of the ocean. And when you've done that, you might come across like an animal that you've never seen before. Maybe even like I don't know, a statue that was like buried very, very down, very, very deep. You know, you might be discovering like very, very like hidden treasures, I almost want to say, as you dive into the dark energy here, okay? Meaning hidden fears that we have from childhood, you know, or what we have been raised to believe, okay? Okay, my beautiful pile number 4, I hope this helped, okay? I'm seeing here, success is waiting, okay? Once you come back from the bottom of the ocean, okay? So just know that, and I hope this helped. Let me know that in the comments if you resonate with it, and I'm going to see my next one. I wish you a lovely day. Bye.